Hello and welcome to Pet Pals. I'm Bethany Davidson. I'm the Humane Educator here at Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center. And joining me today as our faithful animal wrangler is our volunteer, Randy Cooper. And he's got Ozzy over there with him right now. Ozzy's our first animal on the show today. He is actually our longest canine resident right now. He is a beautiful brindle color and he has some white there on his chest. He is about 2 to 3 years old, obviously, pit bull mix. Ozzy came to us as a stray, so we don't know a lot about him. Ozzy was all set up to be adopted here last week, and then for no fault of his owner, potential adopters just kind of changed their mind. So he's back out and available for adoption. So if you kind of thought you'd missed the boat on Ozzy, here's your second chance to snatch him up. Since he's been here, Ozzy's behavior has definitely mellowed out a lot. One of our kennel staff has been working with him every time he takes him out. So he's learning to sit and to come, to stay, to heel. He's learning all of those things. He's not pulling as hard on his leash. One thing that we've noticed about Ozzy is that he does seem to have a little bit of a barrier aggression type of an issue, but he's been Roy has also been working with him on that. So if you're walking past him with other dogs and you kind of talk to him and keep his attention, he forgets all about the other animals and is focused on you. So in his kennel, he's a little bit more riled up. He's jumpy and barky, but when you get him out, like you can see right now, he is perfectly calm. He loves getting the attention. He sits well. So there's just a lot of great things about Ozzy that maybe you might not see when you're just initially looking at him in the kennel, but just take the time and actually visit with him out in either our education room or out in one of our play yards or outdoor kennels, and you'll really see the more natural, softer side of Ozzy. He is already up to date on all of his vaccines, and he's already been neutered since he was set to be adopted. So his adoption will be on the quicker end of that 2 to 7 day period. So if you're interested in Ozzy, please stop by and visit. This next guy is King, and he might not seem like it, but he is actually still a puppy. He's 8 to 9 months old. He's a pit bull mix. King came to us with a little bit of a sad story. His owner was having some housing and financial issues. He tried to find, other alternatives for King and the 2 other dogs that he was housed with, but he just was unable to find a new home for them or a way to keep them in his home with his current situation. So he did the right thing by bringing him to us, and so now we are actively looking for homes for King and his other housemates. King is when you walk by his kennel, he's got some high energy. He jumps and he's playful, but he's actually quite shy when you bring him out. He doesn't really have any reaction to the other dogs as he's walking past the kennel. He's a little more timid and just kind of walks straight out to get away from that environment. But he is loving the attention that he's getting right now from Randy. He kind of just is great at sitting. Obviously, he was housed with other dogs, so he's fine with other dogs. And he's easy to get on his leash when he knows you. Randy said that he was a little shy and he was backing away from him, didn't really want to come out. But it's just that shy behavior, and the longer you work with him, the easier that will be. He is a bit difficult to walk, according to some of our staff here, just because he's a puppy, and so puppies need to learn the proper way to walk on a leash and things like that. So he will obviously still need a little training to get him to become the dog that you're looking for. But he has lots of potential. He's very calm and relaxed, and he's going to make a great pet for anyone. So if you're interested in taking on an older puppy, stop by and visit with King. Now, I mentioned that King had some housemates that he came in with, and Lena is one of those housemates. She is 2.5-year-old pit bull mix. So again, her story is the same as King's. Unfortunately, the owner just had some financial and housing issues and was just not able to keep them or get them into a new situation. So she's been brought here with us for us to help her find a new home. So she's back in the kennels next to her friend King. Our staff describes Lena as very active. She's friendly and excited when you approach her. We've learned here today, since she's been working with Randy, that she does know how to give her paw, so she does some cute little things like that. She's very interested in what's going on around her and sniffing all the other dogs out. She does pull on the leash, so we would recommend a harness leash for her, just because it helps you keep more control and it prevents the leash from pulling and choking her while she's jumping. So she's going to need some work for some basic manners type things like walking well on the leash and avoiding the jumping. It does say that she reacts favorably to other dogs, and she's lived with other dogs, so she's comfortable with that situation. But we have observed here that if another dog is kind of aggressive towards her, barks at her, she will kind of growl, and kind of her positive reaction will kind of turn into a slightly negative one. So you do want to take that into consideration if you're looking to adopt Lena. Just introduce her to your current pets slowly and appropriately to make sure that there aren't any issues there. She's a bit of a jumper and a barker, according to her previous owner, so she's going to need some issues with that if you're trying to keep her kind of quiet. You don't want her to be constantly barking at your neighbors or the mailman or whatever. So she's just going to need a little good manners training, which is frequently the case with a lot of our dogs here in the shelter, especially ones that are young like Lena. So if you're looking to add a nice, friendly pit bull mix to your family, check out Lena. The next dog that we have for you is a 5 to 6 year old beagle named Winnie. She is one of the rare blue card dogs, and we've actually been getting a lot of those in lately. So a blue card dog here in the shelter means that they're well-mannered, they're nice to walk on leash, they're going to be requiring the least amount of work and training when you get them home. They're comfortable around people, they respond to gentle voice cues, and they handle change well and aren't overly stressed in the shelter environment. And Winnie has definitely been showing that since she just arrived in the shelter. Yesterday, I think, she came back from foster care where she was being cared for after a surgery that she had. So Winnie is quiet and friendly. She's easy to obtain and walk. She enjoys being petted. She was perfectly happy sitting up there on Randy's lap. We have her housed next to another beagle who barks all the time. When you walk by Winnie, she comes to the front of the cage. She's interested, but she doesn't really do a whole lot of barking. She's very calm and mellow. I did talk a little bit earlier about that she had a surgery. So Winnie had some mammary tumors, and we went ahead and removed the 2 largest tumors, and then that's why she was in foster care recovering from that surgery. She does have 2 additional tumors, which we are going to be scheduling that surgery for the removal of those. But because it's a traumatic surgery for Winnie, we're going to kind of give her a time to heal and recover before we put her through another surgery, just because of her age and the discomfort associated with that. So on the next few weeks, hopefully she'll be going in to get those taken care of. If you're interested in adopting Winnie, obviously her demeanor and personality, she's just a complete love, but you are going to have to take into consideration that she does have some continuing medical care that's going to be needed to be provided for her. You're going to have to continue to observe her and check and make sure that that there aren't tumors that are growing somewhere else. And as an older dog, she's just going to need more consistent vet care anyway, because different things as animals age, just as people age, they have more health issues than a younger animal. But she is going to make someone a great house pet. If you're just looking for a nice, relaxed and chilled, laid-back dog, she's going to be a great option for you. So the last dog that we have for you today is Sky, and Sky is a beautiful 3-year-old fawn and white pit bull mix. She was owned, and she came to us because her owner was just having some personal issues and could no longer care for Sky. She did live with another dog, so if you're looking to add Sky as a second dog to your family, she's used to that kind of a housing situation. She's very friendly and playful and energetic. As you can see, she's loving the belly rub that she's getting right now from Randy. She is quickly calming down and becoming used to the situation and just relaxing and enjoying the attention that she's getting. She, according to her other owner, she likes to play fetch. She enjoys a good game of chase, but she is a bit of a chewer. So that's something that if you're interested in adopting her, you're going to have to work on, making sure that you're providing her with the proper discipline to keep her from, chewing on things, whether it be shoes or furniture or other things in the house, and that you're providing her with an adequate substitute and giving her something like a toy or a bone that she can, in fact, chew on, and rewarding her when she's using the right things. She has no reaction when she's around other dogs. She's very, we're demonstrating her energy level right now. She's all over the place, but in a fun and playful way. We have noticed here in the shelter that she can be a little shy if she doesn't know you. She's very easy to obtain if she's already been around you and is comfortable with you, she knows you. If you're a stranger to her, it takes her a little coaxing to get her to come out of her kennel. She's relaxing to the touch. She really enjoys that affection that she's getting. She's just an all-around good dog, but she's still going to need some of those basic manners things. Unlike Winnie, who was just on the show as our last guest, she's not going to be as well-mannered. She's going to need a little bit more work, but she's definitely worth the effort. So this has been Sky, and she's the last dog that we have for you today. But if you stay with us, and after the commercial break, we will have several cats that are also looking for their new forever homes.
Hi there. I'd like to tell you about a great opportunity for homeschool families right here at Fountain Rock Park. Our staff is dedicated to the idea of presenting science and nature concepts to all children, and with this in mind, we've developed an all-new series of homeschool classes. Subjects include animals, trees, geology, weather, and more. At Fountain Rock, the emphasis is on active, engaged learning. Our hour-and-a-half programs contain equal parts of class time, hands-on time, and outdoor exploration. For more information, check out recreator.com or feel free to call us.
The Frederick County Meals on Wheels program delivers nutritious meals to homebound seniors and others who can't shop or prepare foods on their own. Sometimes the only smiling face a senior may see during the day is that of a Meals on Wheels volunteer. With almost 100 on the waiting list, the program needs volunteers and individual donations, as well as corporate sponsorships to supplement government funding of the program. Please call the Department of Aging at 301-600-1605 or visit our website to find out how you can make a difference with your thoughtful support.
The most important piece of equipment in your home is your smoke alarm, and it is probably the easiest and cheapest to maintain. Keep your family safe this year with regular smoke alarm checkups. Regularly check the batteries and perform periodic testing. For more information about smoke alarm safety and maintenance, visit the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services website at frederickcountymd.gov/smoke alarms.
What is your vision for Frederick County's future? Would it include great schools and a business-friendly environment? How about arts, culture, and recreation? Or vast farmlands and thriving towns? Would you want a strong public safety presence and less traffic? These are some of the quality of life topics that are included in a long-term comprehensive plan called Livable Frederick, initiated by County Executive Jan Gardner. Part of this innovative plan includes a survey to gain insight about how citizens envision Frederick County in 30 years and beyond. This survey is available online at livablefrederick.org, and paper copies are available at local libraries and a variety of county locations. Everyone is invited to participate. The deadline to submit surveys online is July 22nd, or fill out a paper version as late as September 16th. Livable Frederick is your chance to shape the future of Frederick County. To join the conversation and get engaged, visit livablefrederick.org and click like at facebook.com/livablefrederick.
Welcome back. The first cat that we have for you today is Sarah. And she's one of our more quiet and kind of reserved cats. She's often just kind of seen hanging out in her cage on her loft, or just napping. She doesn't necessarily reach out and kind of grab you and get you to come in and engage with her, but she's still very playful. I watched her a couple times yesterday. She can make a toy out of anything. She was playing with a piece of cat food and having a great time with that. And then we were walking by a little later, and one of the techs opened up her cage to do some work in there, and she was playing with the string on the keychain and just really having a good time. So while she is on the quieter side, she's still very playful and full of energy. She came to us as a stray, so everything that we know about her is pretty much what we're learning here in the shelter environment. So, as you get to know her more, if you adopt her, you're gonna, find out new and interesting things about her personality. But right now, that's kind of what we've gathered. She is a little overweight, so when you're taking her home, that's something that you're gonna have to take into consideration. Making sure that you're talking to your vet about what the right amount of food for her each day is going to be, and what the right healthy weight for her is going to be as well, so that you're getting her to that point. When you're keeping your cats at the healthy weight, average weight cats are going to live longer. They're going to have fewer health issues, just like in overweight people. It can shorten their life expectancy. It can lead to things like diabetes. So you just want to make sure that you're keeping them healthy and making sure that they're getting the right diet and that they're also getting some exercise. So when you're getting her into your home and she has more space, things like having her chase the laser pointer, or just chasing stuffed mice, are going to be a good way to get her moving and get her active. So if you're looking for a calm and kind of quiet, easy to handle cat, stop by and check out Sarah. So this handsome guy is Jordan. Jordan is 1.5 years old and came to us because his owners were moving and they just weren't able to take him and keep him any longer. So we're looking for a new home for Jordan. Jordan does get along well with other cats, babies, and children. He's fine with strangers. He's fine with men and women. We know that he gets along well with other cats because he actually came in with another cat that we have available for adoption, Prime. So if you're maybe not looking for a gray cat, but you're looking for another cat that gets along well with other cats, Prime is a black and white cat who might be a good option for you. But aside from not enjoying being in the cat carrier, we've learned that from his owner that Jordan is pretty easy to handle. He's calm. He is a lap cat. Right now there's a lot going on, so he's trying to kind of get down and explore what's going on. But when he's ready to hang out and relax, he does enjoy sitting on a nice lap. He's friendly and playful according to his owner, but they also noted that he was independent. And so when you're looking at cats, that's general cat behavior. Sometimes cats want to be around you and they want to sit on your lap and they're really cool with that. And other times they want to be off by themselves and do their own thing. So they pretty much are the type of pet that's going to do everything when they want it to do it, and how they want to do it, and where they want to do it. So some cats, like Jordan, are just going to be kind of more independent and into doing things in their own time. But he is settling in quite nicely. Everybody tells me how soft his fur is. And as he's getting used to being in the shelter, he is coming towards the front of his cage more often to kind of grab your attention. You do kind of have to look for him, though, because of his gray coloring. He kind of mixes in with the silver-colored cages that we have. So if you're walking by his cage and you don't see him initially, kind of take a second look. He might be up on the top bench of his cage, and he kind of blends in, a little camouflage action. But he's going to make somebody a great addition to their family, a nice lap cat. This little guy is Lex, and he is about 4 to 4.5 months old. He's a male kitten, and he came to us as a stray. Now, I wanted to promote Lex today because most of the kittens are very outgoing, and they're, playing, and they're kind of loud in their cages, and you're drawn to them. But Lex is on the shyer side. He kind of is very quiet in his cage. Sometimes he's hiding under his blanket, and So not a lot of people see him, especially given the location of his cage is kind of on a corner, and everybody is drawn to those other younger kittens that are kind of together. So he kind of gets missed a little bit. But he's actually one of our kennel techs, Aspen. He's her favorite animal in the shelter right now. He's just a very laid back and relaxed. He can be playful, but once you get to know him, he's kind of perfectly content, just sitting on your lap like he's doing right now with Randy. You can pick him up, you can hold him, but he still kind of has that independent nature, but he's okay with being handled. And if you want to pick him up and give him a cuddle, he's definitely okay with that and enjoys that. He's purring right now, so he's loving the attention that he's getting. Even though he is a little shy, you can see that he's not kind of hiding right now. He's just hanging out on Randy's lap. He's not burrowing into the chair or trying to hide his face. So once you get to know him, he's just going to make an awesome addition to a family. If you're looking for a kitten, he's a good choice. If you maybe aren't looking for one of those kittens that's super rambunctious and is going to be climbing all over the place, he's going to be more reserved. But once he gets comfortable in your home, he might start exhibiting some of those typical cat behaviors. So just because he's a little shyer here in the shelter doesn't mean that he won't then kind of become one of those typical kittens that's just running all over the place. But Lex is going to be a great addition for any family, so please stop by and visit him today. This next guy is Chaucer, and it's a big name for any cat, but as Randy says, he's up to the challenge. Chaucer is 5 to 6 years old. He came to us as a stray, so we're not entirely sure what his story is, but because of how calm he is when he's sitting on a lap and how much he reaches out for attention in the kennel environment, in his cage, we're pretty sure that he was owned and cared for by somebody, because he really loves attention. Recently, I've been working with some of the cats that are around his cage, and he reaches out and grabs my legs and meows and wants to get my attention. He really wants somebody that's gonna, love and play with him and do kind of what Randy's doing right now. Just pet him, give him lots of attention. Because he's a stray, we obviously don't know very much about him, but he seems to me from his reaction right now that he's quite a lap cat. He's just soaking it all in and loving it. He seems to be curious to me when he's in his cage, but he's in a big room that he's never been in before, and while he's looking around, he's not really trying to escape and get down. He was pretty easy to get in and out of the cat carrier, and we're able to pick him up here and without any problem. So he's, while he's still loving the attention, he has that calmer demeanor of an older cat. Because he is an older cat, he is going to go home for $20 off, so he would be $77.50 instead of the usual $97.50 for a cat. As part of his adoption fee, that includes his spay-neuter, microchipping, rabies vaccination, a free well visit to a vet of your choice within our network. So there are a lot of benefits to adopting here at the shelter. Not just, obviously the biggest one is going to be that you're saving an animal and giving a homeless pet a new home, but the cost is reasonable here, and you get a lot for your money. So if you're interested in adding a calmer, older cat to your home, Chaucer is definitely going to be a great option for you and your family. This is Sweetie, and she's the last cat we have for you today. She's a 3-year-old female. She's a domestic short-haired. She was owned, but I don't know a lot about her because her owner didn't want to fill out one of our personality profiles, so we're just learning stuff about her here in the shelter. She is a little shy at first, but once she gets to know you and you start interacting with her, she warms up very quickly. One of our kennel staff left a nice note in her profile the other day, letting us know that, she likes to have her back rubbed, her sides rubbed, her belly rubbed, and that she really just kind of warms up quickly and loves a touch and attention. And Ruth also let us know that once she gets really relaxed, she starts to drool. So that's just a kind of a quirky thing that Sweetie has about her. I actually have had a cat that does that before, and it's just kind of, they're just so relaxed and they're purring, and just a little drool comes out. So it's an interesting fact about Sweetie, but she, by all accounts, is as sweet as her name implies. She's just loving all of the attention that she gets. And when you walk by her cage, you're not going to notice that about her at first, because she just hangs out in her cat bed, very relaxed, doesn't necessarily come right up to the cage and reach out and demand your attention, but she willingly accepts it if you stop by and want to visit with her. She really enjoys the attention that she gets and that she's getting right now from Randy. She has that beautiful black and white coat that she's got going on there, and her white whiskers just really stand out. They're a very unique feature to her, and we actually have a couple of the black and white cats in the shelter right now. So if you're looking for a male, we have some of those, maybe ones that are more vocal than Sweetie. We have Betty, who's a little more vocal, but Sweetie is very calm and relaxed, and she's on the quieter side. Unless she's in her cat carrier, she's not a fan of that. She's going to make someone a great pet, and she is available for adoption here at Animal Control for that $97.50. Now, in addition to the animals that we have available for adoption, we're also helping people with their existing animals. So in October, on Sunday, October 9th, we're going to have our rabies license and microchip clinic. So if you wanted to get a 1-year rabies vaccine and a 1-year license for an altered pet, that would be a $15 fee for that, and then there's also a $15 microchipping fee if you're interested in having your pet microchipped. If you're interested in the rabies and licensed vaccines for longer than a 1-year period, there's going to be additional charges for that. But if you're interested in taking advantage of that low-cost rabies license and microchipping clinic, that's going to be Sunday, October 9th, here at our shelter from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. So that's all we have for you today here on Pet Pals. Please stop by and visit the animals that you've seen today, or all of the other animals that haven't been on the show. If you didn't find something that you were looking for on the show, we always have more animals here in the shelter, and we look forward to your visit.
I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. From the shores of the Potomac River to the foothills of the Catoctin Mountains, with all the farms and bustling communities in between, there's truly something for everyone in Frederick County. Come and explore Frederick County's rich history and be part of our bright future.
The Frederick County Health Department's On the Mark Adolescent Clubhouse and Sober Activity Center is a safe, community-based clubhouse which provides a starting point or continuing care link for peers supporting one another through the process of recovery. Membership is free and open to youth from ages 12 to 17 who are in treatment for substance abuse or are struggling in this area or who have completed a related program. The clubhouse offers fun and sober games, homework help, skills building, and many other activities. Located in the Health Department at 350 Montague Lane in Frederick, Maryland, the clubhouse is open Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. To learn more, call 301-600-1126 or visit frederickcountymd.gov on the Mark. Please also like us on Facebook at On the Mark Clubhouse.